All right, follow us as we go through the 2022 EJS. Show you some fabrication and some things that are building out here. It'd be good for the 4x4 fab shop, so follow along. We stopped by the Spider Tracks booth in a day when everything is MIG welded. All their welds are TIG, and whoever their welder is doing a phenomenal job putting these axles together. And then we checked out all the rest of their products. The knuckle assembly they make is also all TIG welded, and also a phenomenal looking job. Amazing job on the TIG welds. We got to work to break those axle shafts. Set up for a 4 9-inch. Alright, so we're here with Greg with Premier Power Welder. He's going to tell us a little bit about his welding systems.
Alright, so what we have here is we have a welding system that is controlled, ran by the vehicle. You have your welding control box here. You're required to change the alternator. When the system is off, the switches are off, this is your charging system on your vehicle.
Okay.
This is takes the place of your factory alternator, factory charging system. When you turn the welding system to the on position, you put your welding leads, like this little display is here. Put the welding leads in place.
Okay.
Bring your RPMs up. The gauge is going to come up into just before the red area where it says weld. You're going to stick weld. You're going to try it a little bit to make sure that works. If that works good, go for it. Do your welding and your repair. If you need more heat, you increase your RPMs. That brings you up into a higher amperage and voltage, more current. If you need less, you decrease your RPMs. That gives you less current.
Okay.
And then when you're all done, you idle back down, turn the system off, and hit the trail. At the same time, on this, we have 2 different control boxes. We have the full-size control box that has a DC outlet here that'll run like a Makita grinder and other DC-powered type tools.
Okay.
Then we have our other control box. It's strictly just a welder. This has the same ports and all that for the welding leads. Turn it on, do your welding, turn it off, and hit the trail. So,
Typically, what size electrodes can you use with the stick?
what we recommend is 3 30-seconds. You can use up to 1/8 inch. And we recommend 60-11, 70-18, 80-18, 60-13. So and there's a plethora of different rods to use.
Out of position.
Yeah, exactly. So lots of different rods. Lots of people, you know, they have their preferences. And
absolutely.
And then another item that we have is we have a this is a flux core wire feed gun, and this is designed to work with the Premier Power Welder. Works absolutely fantastic.
It's a point and shoot type.
Yeah, point and shoot. It's adjustable, so you can adjust the speed of the spool motor.
Okay.
Then we also have a strictly just battery powered, like an emergency type welder wire feed gun there that runs off of 2 batteries. And that's about it. We have an alternator for just about every vehicle.
So what's the best way for people to get a hold of you or get a hold of Welder?
Go online at premierpowerwelder.com is the best place to start.
Okay. Well, all right. Well,
all right.
Do appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
All right. Close that up to a couple thousand. Yeah.
All right, so we're here with Masha with Steelit, and she's going to tell us a little bit about the product.
Yeah, so Steelit's an alternative to powder coating. It's a 316L stainless steel flakes in a poly. It adheres to mechanical adhesion, and it's anti-abrasive, anti-corrosive, UV resistant, and the biggest draw is that you can weld through it, TIG or MIG. You don't have to grind it back.
You got to grind it back, you just weld right over the top
Weld
of it?
right over it, yep. Okay. And people love it. Trail weld's great for it. Any fixes, you want to add a tab, you don't have to send it out to get powder coated. It's a pretty heavy duty. It's also salt resistant to 1,500 hours or something like that.
Okay.
Unlike the ASTM test. Heavy duty industrial painting, we've actually been around since '74. So because it adheres to mechanical adhesion, any chip that happens is localized to that spot. It won't flake or spread. And all you got to do to really fix it is you scuff it, spray it, and it self-levels, and then you don't even see where the problem is. Like,
okay,
yeah.
If you have the piece that's sprayed with it, and it cracks, does it show up? Or?
It shows right through. Like, unlike powder coating where you might not see it underneath, this will telegraph right through, because it kind of becomes like a part of the metal, really, except it doesn't rust.
And how do people get a hold of Steelit?
So we're online. We also have distributors in every state, but if you go on steelit.com, I think it's steel-it.com,
okay,
you can see what distributors are in your state, and you can also get a free sample. We send them right out, test it yourself. That's the best way to really get a hook on it.
I do appreciate it, Masha. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ultimate 4x4 there. Been a crew we talked to at the Moore Expo, Milestar. All right, everyone, so we got Paul here with Adventure Tool Company, and he's going to show us a pretty cool tool roll that they sell.
Yeah, good morning. Welcome to Easter Jeep 2022. My name is Paul Carrill. This is Adventure Tool Company. We're based in Colorado in the Rocky Mountains, a little town called Nederland. And we produce American-made tool storage solutions for the off-road industry, the overlanding industry. Kind of the product that is our #1 seller and our key product, and I'm the original designer of this product, is called the ATC Shop Roll. It's made of American manufactured waxed canvas, big #10 YKK zippers, heavy duty Velcro, and we cut and sew these in Colorado. The Shop Roll is designed to hold enough tools for a typical trail repair. So you have storage for sockets, an assortment of hand tools, a large zipper pouch for storage of small parts or electrical parts. And then the key parts are like the work mat, because when you're on the trail, as you're starting to take parts off or you're starting to use your tools, you end up dropping them in the dirt or on the fender or on the floorboard. And so we incorporate a large work mat, so as the tools come out, they can stay on the mat. As the parts come off, they can stay on the mat versus just getting dumped on the ground. Then we have a large compartment. This will hold a ground tarp, because you're going to have to get under, on, or over the vehicle at some point. You might as well keep the tarp with the shop roll. The work mat closes, locks in the tools, and then the wings come in. And in the wings is a mechanic's glove pocket, because you're going to need gloves, and then a shop rack pocket, because you're going to get dirty and you might as well clean yourself off. And then as it rolls up,
a nice little bundle there.
It is, thank you. You have compression straps with riggers webbing, 1-inch webbing, and side release buckles. This is a 4-panel seatbelt material. So now your tools don't rattle. They don't fall out.
So not going to be clanging on the trail for me now?
Exactly. And so when a repair hat is needed, it goes on the trail, you put on your work gloves, you pull out your shop rags, you set your beer down, and then you call someone to come fix your Jeep for you. We really appreciate you coming to Adventure Tool Company, and we look forward to answering any questions.
Right. So you mentioned a hack on one of these.
Yeah, so the Shop Roll hack is in the large pocket, the tarp pocket, is a smaller pocket. What we suggest to the owners of the Shop Roll is you buy a rare earth magnet, the really powerful ones, you put it in there and you leave it in there. And so as you remove screws and nuts and bolts, 10 millimeters, you set them right there, they'll magnetize to the mat. So
as stuck there, they can find them again.
Exactly. Plus, if there's wind in the desert or you trip over it while you're working on the vehicle, those small parts don't get cast off into the sand.
Oh, so that's a pretty good hack.
We appreciate that. Thank you so much.
All right, thanks, Paul. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
So what do you think about some of those welders and the other equipment? With some outstanding fabrication here. You know, EJS never disappoints. So check out some other fab work on our channel, and I'll see you in the next video.